What's up everybody, it's CJ and I'm back with another Sims 3 furnishing video, renovation video I guess technically. So today I am in Barnacle Bay y'all because I guess I have a question before we start. Do you think I should start a Barnacle Bay renovation series? Like, do you think I should go through and like renovate and fix all the houses and basically just make another save file? Because like, I've been thinking about it, but I don't know. Like, I talked about it over on Twitch and a lot of people were saying like, yeah, I should do it. So let me ask y'all on YouTube, do you think I should do that? Because I wouldn't have to start from scratch because I've done a lot of renovations in the past. So it probably wouldn't take me as long as if I was like starting over from scratch, you know? So please let me know what you think down below. But today I am renovating the Goldbeard Galleon gallery, which is a mouthful. Try saying that 3 times fast, y'all. So this is the art gallery in Barnacle Bay, and I feel like it's always funny, y'all, because I always tell people that I like Barnacle Bay, but like I literally do. Like, I like it more than Sunset Valley, and I know that's saying a lot because, you know, a lot of people like Sunset Valley. I just don't really care for Sunset Valley that much, y'all. Like, I don't know, there's like nothing to do there. I know there's like iconic townies, but like, you know, I'm just not really a Sunset Valley kind of guy. I'm more of a Barnacle Bay kind of guy, which probably says a lot too. Like, I think just Barnacle Bay, like, I know it's worse, but I feel like it's one of those worlds where, like, it's so bad that it's kind of good in a way, right? Or at least to me, it's just interesting now, and I like some of the Sims that stay here. So, anyway, the reason why I'm renovating this also is because I have been playing a lot of Animal Crossing, specifically Animal Crossing New Horizons. I sometimes stream it over on Twitch. If you want to see any of me playing it, I'll leave a link to my second YouTube channel down below where you can like watch some of the streams. I have a whole playlist. So yeah, like I'm kind of low-key addicted to it. I've been actually kind of stepping away from it a little bit, but I am still addicted. It's a really good game. But anyway, in the game, if you don't know, there's an NPC called Blathers. He's an owl. You take fossils, insects, art pieces to him, and he'll like store them in the gallery and stuff like that. And you kind of just like try to complete your collection. So I've been like doing a lot of that, and it's got me thinking about museums and stuff like that in The Sims. Because like, okay, in The Sims 3, we don't really have a museum lot type like we do in The Sims 4. It's just art gallery, but you'll see like a lot of worlds in Sims 3 will just kind of use both of those interchangeably, you know? It'll be like a museum, but it'll have like art easels or vice versa. So we kind of like use both for the same thing. So that's kind of what this is. Now, since this was for Barnacle Bay, if you don't know, that is a store world, which means whenever EA made this lot, they could only use stuff from the world and stuff from the base game. I did not do that. I used quite a bit of things. Not a whole lot. Like, I didn't go overboard, but I used quite a lot of stuff, y'all. So this is a 2-story building, and the first story is kind of, in my opinion, more like traditional Barnacle Bay, where it has like, you know, a lot of things that actually come from Barnacle Bay, but upstairs has stuff from Seasons and Island Paradise, you know? In my headcanon, right, I have a couple different headcanons for this lot. So, for one, if you don't know, there is a Sim that lives in Barnacle Bay. His name is Thomas Quill, and he's like the unofficial town historian. He volunteers at the library, but like, in my opinion, he would probably also volunteer here, or probably like work here, probably. So I like to think that maybe he had a meeting with the Goldbeard family. They are a family in Barnacle Bay. They're like a rich family. But like in my brain, I'm like, maybe he spoke with them and had a meeting or something, or maybe they approached him. I don't know. And maybe they gave him money to renovate and kind of make this lot, you know, a little bit more popular, a lot better. So that's kind of like what I was kind of going for, you know, like I could just see him working here and like talking about a lot of different things, you know. So like, I guess like downstairs is strictly Barnacle Bay, and then upstairs, you know, there's some other things. Because if you didn't know, in real life, I'm pretty sure that EA gave away Barnacle Bay for a time years ago. I think if you pre-order Island Paradise, I want to say. So like, maybe Thomas talked to some of the Sims in Isla Paradiso, and maybe, you know, they struck a deal or something. Maybe they had extra artifacts and stuff that they didn't really have space for, and they sent it over here to Barnacle Bay. So yeah, there's a little bit of everything here. I did also use some other store content here and there, but it's not like a whole lot of stuff. I would say like you would mainly need Barnacle Bay, Isla Paradiso, and Seasons. Oh, and also height and loft stuff as well. I used the aquarium object that comes from that pack, so I would say make sure you have at least those packs, and also Barnacle Bay, and like the rest of it could probably just be replaced with something from base game, you know. I tried not to use a lot of things, but I guess if I were to do a save file, would y'all prefer for me to just use like packs, or do you think I should also use like store content and just do kind of whatever I want? I don't really ever use CC for these kind of like save files anyway, but like, do you think I should, you know, if I do one, do you think I should only do Barnacle Bay and like expansion packs and stuff packs, or do you think I should just use like other store content too? Because if I use other store content, I can do a lot more and I can have a lot more stuff, you know? So let me know what you think down below, because I don't know if I'm going to do one, but I kind of want to. And it would make sense if I did do it, because I have a lot of lots already done, you know, because I've done like other videos in the past. If you don't know, I have a whole series where I fix bad EA builds. I've literally just done one yesterday. At the time of this video, there's one that would have came out yesterday for you. So yeah, that one was the coffee shop in Hidden Springs. That lot was actually pretty nice, but I kind of made it a little bit better. So yeah, if you like that kind of thing, I'll leave a playlist to me fixing those builds down below. I also have another playlist where I fix my subscribers' builds. So like y'all will send me bills or tell me where to go and like renovate a lot for you. So yeah, I'll leave a playlist to that link down below. I love to do building and furnishing in The Sims, if you didn't already know. But yeah, so anyway, as we go inside of the museum, I kind of talked over a lot of it, but as you can see, instead of me having like just those little podiums where you can slot things to, I decided to like make little platforms. So I just used the platform tool, and I just like, you know, drug it out. And then I used the same rope that comes with Barnacle Bay. It's like a older looking rope. So I used some of that to kind of like rope things off in here, because I kind of wanted to use a lot of stuff from Barnacle Bay as much as I could, because there's not a lot of stuff that comes with this world as opposed to like some of the other worlds. This is like one of the first Sims 3 store worlds, so I guess it kind of makes sense. Yeah, I wanted to make sure I used a lot of stuff. So I'm using the cannons. I also used the chess table. There's also like a shipwreck object, so I used some of that in here as well. That's upstairs. And then I knew for a fact I wanted to reuse that statue, the same one that's outside. I just really like it. It has like the Sims on the boat, you know, and I really wanted to use it again on the inside. So I made sure to put it in the center. There's also a fountain with, or I guess a sculpture with a kraken on it, so I wanted to use that as well. And then for the bathrooms, both of the bathrooms upstairs and downstairs are basically the same, but I wanted to kind of make them look a little bit, you know, better and bright, you know, since we got the money to refurnish now. So I used the wallpaper from, I believe, Generations. It's like a seashell kind of wallpaper, and then I made one bathroom kind of blue and then the other one kind of yellow. They're not gendered, so it doesn't really matter that much, but I kind of just wanted some different colors for the bathrooms, you know, just to kind of brighten it up a little bit. I did swap out the pedestal sinks for these more fancier, I don't know what the official term is, but it's like a fancier sink from the base game. And then I recolored the bathroom stalls because they were like, you know, very just dark and dreary. So I was like, maybe we can lighten the space up a little bit. And like I said earlier, both of the bathrooms upstairs and downstairs are completely the same. So your Sims should never not have a place to use the bathroom, I guess. Also, like I said earlier, this lot is listed as an art gallery, but I'm kind of furnishing it to be more like a museum. But there are a couple of art easels, so there's, I believe, maybe one downstairs, and I think there's two upstairs, so you can make your own art if you would like to. You could probably find some empty wall space if you need it, but if you need to, you can always like move the stuff that I placed down and like renovate it, you know. But there are some empty slots, so if you do need to, you know, display your own art, feel free to. And if you want to add more stuff, feel free to as well. I'm using some of those chairs from the Island Paradise pack, and I don't really use these all too often, so I wanted to kind of use those in here. I'm also using some of these end tables. These are from Supernatural, but I tried to keep a lot of the other packs that I used at a minimum, but I really just like these fancy like end tables, so I ended up using those. And originally I used that fancy ship from one of the nautical sets, but I remembered that we have one from Generations, and I was like, why don't we just swap out that one with the one from Generations, you know? So I had that downstairs as well. And then now we're upstairs, so I knew for a fact that I wanted to keep that big bell in the middle. And then I also found like an anchor object, so I was like, ooh, why don't we use that? And that also comes with Barnacle Bay. So like, I think like Barnacle Bay has like the statues, it has the anchor, there's also like that shipwreck object, there's like a little clam plant that I used in here as well, there's like pirate banners that I used as well. So I was really trying to like stick with the original Barnacle Bay vibes, but then at a certain point I kind of ran out of objects to use, and then I was like, well, I guess we could use other things. So this is around the time when I started using stuff from Island Paradise, you know. But I'm really happy though that this platform idea I had worked out, because I just feel like it makes the build look more interesting when you have stuff on a platform like this. And you know, you would probably see something like this in real life where it's like very important things are not only roped off, but maybe like a little bit higher, or probably behind like a glass case. And I thought about doing that, but I thought it would be a little annoying if you play with half of the walls down like I usually do. So I decided to just go for platforms, but you can always swap them out if you need to, you know. And now that I think about it, y'all, maybe this lot could function as a mini aquarium, I guess, because we have those fish tanks. So I guess if you think about it that way, it could be like a mini aquarium. But now I'm using a lot of stuff from Isla Paradiso. So we have some art pieces on those little like platform things, I ended up using some furniture from Island Paradise. So we have end tables and coffee tables. I found like this pottery, and I was like, ooh, that would be so cool to display in here. So I ended up like sectioning off both of those little pedestals, and then I decided to put the pottery on a platform and have that also be roped off, just to kind of make it look a little bit more fancier, you know? I kind of wish that I could put a foundation in here, because that would be a little bit taller, but, you know, I'll settle for the platform. I think that's good enough. But I would have liked for maybe the pottery to be up a little bit higher, and maybe that needs to be behind a glass wall. But, you know, it's The Sims, so they're not gonna, like, break it. You know, they're just gonna look at it. But in all, that's pretty much it, y'all, for the entire video. I do go back later on and I add some plants just to kind of make the surrounding area a little bit more greener and just to have some more stuff in here. But for the most part, that's pretty much it for the entire build. If you want to download this build, I will leave a link down below. If you did enjoy the video, please be sure to leave a like, comment something down below as well. And also, let me know, do you think I should do a Barnacle Bay save file next? Because, like, I don't know, y'all, I kind of want to, but I kind of just want to see what we're all thinking about. But anyway, y'all, that is all that I have for this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye! Thanks for watching!